Oh, yeah. Pink turkey. You dig it? Snickerdoodle. Friends, countrymen, Internetonians, lend me your ear. How art thou? What's going on in your neck of the woods? How you feeling? It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Friday is a time to rest. After Friday is a time to rest. By golly, I'm going to be doing some resting. Believe it. Thank you for the coffee. This lovely cup. Joining me is the band Hammer.
Howdy, Untethered Live.
And I'm Jake Johnson from Untethered Live. You know the place. You know the time. You know the deal. What's up? Who's first in chat? Fab Daddy's first in chat. First time ever, I think.
No.
No?
In a long time.
In a long time, then. For sure. Hey, Fab Daddy, you get a gold star. Fab Daddy says, I am first. My turn. Yes. You deserve it, buddy. Fab Daddy says, yeah, I cheated, but the gold star should still be mine. How did you cheat?
642.
All you got to do is show up first. That's legal. Weird, but legal.
He popped in and posted at 6:42 p.m.
Yeah, well, I guess that is cheating a little bit, but it is legal. Ideally, you'd stay here after you get here. Well, you can't pop in and then leave and then come back.
He's not the first person to do it that way, though.
I know. Anyway, I'll give you the gold star.
He got it down there somewhere. I gave it to him.
All right. Kevin Bernard, what's up, my brother? Old St. Bernard's in the house. He says, hello, Jake, Amanda, and Fab Daddy. Hi, how are you?
Howdy, Kevin.
Kevin says, Fab Daddy, you lose the gold star for not being first to hit that like button. Well, damn. The Kevin giveth and the Kevin taketh away. That's all I can tell you, Fab. What a beautiful day it's been. I did a stack of shirts as tall as I am, front and back. And eat me a nice piece of pizza when I got home. And a nap, a little 10-minute nap, a little nappy poo. Got a new shirt.
Aaron just noticed it.
In order to insult me, I must first value your opinion. Nice try, though. How you like that? Judy's here. She says, hey, Jake and Amanda. Hi, Judy.
Hi, Judy.
Did you have a good Christmas? Did Santa Claus bring you lots of toys? And Judy says, number 3, hey, Fab Daddy. And hey, Kevin. Amy's here. She says, Matthew 25:40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these, my brethren, ye have done it to me also. Amen. Well, that goes to show that he's a team player. He values his team, and he considers you to be part of him. That's how you know that that's a good thing. Amy says, hi, Fab Daddy Kevin, Judy, Amanda, and, of course, Jake. Hello, Amy. How are you?
Hi, Amy.
Did you get some rest? Do you feel any better? Amber's here. She says, hamburger helper hands all over the place. And Amy says, hi, glitter critter. Nice. I like it. Glitter critter. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Amber says, happy Red Friday, friends, which of course stands for ridiculous elderly deer. That's what it stands for. I didn't make the rules. Amy says, hi, Amber, I meant. Amanda says, Fab Daddy. No, you say it. You're here.
Fab Daddy, here's your gold star. And my chat jumped, so you just have to give me a second.
It's right beneath that.
Yeah, I understand that. I got to get all that. Hi, Fab, Kevin, Judy, Amber, or Amy and Amber.
Dun, 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 dun. Amber says, hey, Amy, smiley face heart. Miss Hammer, smiley face heart. Unicorn.
Hi, Untethered Live family. Good to see y'all. I hope everyone had a good week. Welcome.
Camel.
No, Friday. Welcome to the weekend. Hi, Jake. How are you tonight?
Camely. Nice to see you. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm fantastic. I got a nice hot cup of coffee here, soothing my achy throat.
Nice.
Yep, it's like honey dripping down sandpaper. Yes, it's lovely. Sandpaper with an attitude. But I like it. Don't you want to have a cup with me? If so, go to the kitchen, pour up yourself a nice hot cup of coffee, and let's get to talking about something Friday-ish. If you don't have a cup, though, you can get one in the description below. I recommend the first one. It has my face on it. It is fantastic. We also have stainless steel tumblers down there, the big ones and the little ones. They both have locking lids. Keep your coffee hot for hours. Look great on a coffee table. Got the Untethered Live Bible Study logo on the front and all the platforms on the back. I learned that from Hannah White. Get one while supplies last.
Vanna White.
Also, that's what I said.
Oh, you sound like you said Hannah.
Vanna White.
Oh.
Vanna
Sounded
White.
like you said Hannah.
No, I was just talking fast. I learned that from Vanna White. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, support, join, and super chats are available in the chat box if you'd like to show a little bit of love. If you'd like to free Jake, he's been a good dog, you can do that at Cash App, $ Jake Johnson Band. Hey, that one, yes. Or PayPal.me/Jake Johnson Band. And one last thing, if you would like to hang out with everybody here outside of the YouTubeverse, you can do that over at Facebook.com/UntetheredLive chillin'. The link is in the chat. It's a great place to share pictures, videos, texts, and chats and get to know one another. So go check it out. And it's free. It's yours. It's effortless. And it's there. Why not? All right. Back to you guys. Amber says, I'm going to go get a cup of coffee after all that. Get settled. I've liked and Facebook shared. America, heart. Thank you, Amber. Don't forget to put a little sugar in it. Amy says, I air fried chicken wings and seasoned fries for dinner. Nice. I like chicken wings. Now, what did everyone else have for dinner? We had pizza of the Leaning Tower variety. Is pizza a sandwich? Is a hot dog a taco? Is tuna casserole disgusting? Things that make you wonder.
Wait a minute.
What? What?
Never mind.
What?
Nothing.
I'm just asking questions. I made no statement.
Lies.
That was not a statement. That was a question. It had a question mark at the end of it. I know. I wrote it. I put the question mark there.
Yeah, well, something made you think of it.
Yeah. I was talking about sandwiches and tacos and casseroles.
Okay.
Why do you think everything someone says is directly directed at you?
I know.
That was a week ago.
Okay. Never stopped you before.
I don't beat around the bush. If I thought it was disgusting, I would have said it then.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, moving on. Aaron says, pimping ain't easy, but a Cadillac or a 64 Impala helps. Yes, you got to look the part. Hey, Aaron, what's up, buddy? Nice to see you, brother. Did you have a good Christmas? Did you get lots of toys from Santa Claus? And what's going on? I hope you had a good week. Everybody.
Hi, Aaron.
And where were you last night? I was looking for you. Amy says, Aaron, kissy face heart. And Amy says, hustle and flow. Is that a movie quote? I thought it was just good common sense. You got to have a Cadillac if you're going to be a pimp. It's hard out here for a pimp. And you need a cheetah print jacket. And you need to be able to smack a bitch if she don't bring you your money. These are just essential things. Aaron says, hugs Aaron for Soph. Aaron hugs Aaron for Soph? That's odd. Aaron says, smiley face. Amy says, don't summons the demon. I bet it worked. I'm looking for it right now.
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. Aaron says, summon, poof, robot appears. It's possible. It is curious. I'll give you that. Amanda says,
hi, Aaron.
that is a hamburger helper hand.
Oh. I got to say hamburger helper hand too.
Yeah.
Hamburger helper hand, Aaron.
Amy. Is that what?
I said I.
It's part of the script, man. You gotta go with the flow. Repetitive is good. We are trend setters, not trend followers. Amy says, ha ha ha. And Amber has the right idea. Coffee. Yes. Coffee is always the right idea. That's what cures you. It's the nectar of the gads. It's good stuff. Aaron says, Amy has hay fever. Hey, please pray for her. It's been 2 years since she had chicken wings. Good gracious. Well, Amy is in my prayers bi-weekly. Always. Every week. Aaron says, Amanda, that looks like a headless, naked turkey with no feet. Yes, it does. The hamburger helper hand.
Yeah.
Naked turkey. Yep. A pink turkey. Now I understand that statement. Makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, because that's the turkey. Gobble, gobble.
Yeah, that's what we used to draw as kids in school.
Yes, exactly. You got it. Amy says pink turkey. Yeah. Now all you need is a blue turkey and you're in business.
They don't have one of those on there.
I don't know, but if you get a pink one and blue one together, you're going to have a little one.
A little pink or a blue one.
Mm-hmm.
No red or blue or yellow or green or...
Amy says moonwalks across the room. Maybe it's Maybelline. Hey, Mabel.
And Hannah.
And Hannah. Hi. How are you? Merry Christmas. Hope you had a good one. Mabel says, ciao, everyone. Jake and Amanda, how are you?
Hi, Mabel and Hannah.
Fantastic. It's been a great week. Thank you for asking. Aaron says, I got that pink turkey. I like it.
Hamburger helper hand, Mabel and Hannah.
Yay. How are you guys doing? I have been worried sick about y'all. I want you to know. But I hope all is well in the neighborhood. I think my chat jumped.
8:25.
Yep, my chat jumped. There we go. I found it. Amy says, hi, Mabel. Aaron says, Jake's voice right now. Cracky. Yes. Right on. Oh, you're saying it in Jake's voice. Yeah. Right on. Right, I got you. Right on. Yeah, I don't think of myself as having a mimicable voice. Some people are very mimicable. I'm not. But I guess other people would think that. But in my mind, it just sounds like a voice, you know. But I don't have like a Christopher Walken voice or Donald Trump voice or anything like that that people would love to mimic. I wouldn't even know what I would sound like if somebody tried to do me. It wouldn't sound like me to me. If that makes any sense. But I have been told that I play guitar in a way that people like to mimic. Amy says, smiley face squirrel. Right on. Judy says, hey, Amy, Aaron, Mabel, and Hannah. Amy says, Moon walks back across the room with coffee and sits down in her spot, kicks the shoes off. Hey, that takes talent. I'd spill the coffee everywhere if I tried that.
That's why you got a lid.
with a locking lid. My lid has a lid. My lid has a lid. There's a lid on my lid. There's a lid on the cup on the bottom of the Z.
Wow.
Judy says, hey, Amber. Aaron says, Amanda will do.
This is not what it's supposed to say.
Mjolnir. Mjolnir is the hammer of Thor. Amanda will do Mjolnir, the hammer that the hammer that banneth thee.
No.
How art thou? How is't thou, Jacob the Untethered?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, man.
That's not what it's supposed to say.
That is what it says, though.
That is what it says. I had to read it like 3 times too. I was like, what?
How art thou, hammer, and how is't thou, Jake? How doest thee, Jacob the Untethered? Aaron says, smiley, smiley. Amber says, good evening, Judy. Smiley face heart. Here's the link to the chilling page if anybody wants to check it out. It's a great place. You should. I find $20 bills laying on the ground all the time over there. You should go check it out. Amy says, like, shared, and invited some friends. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please hit that like button, everybody. It's free, and it does help with the algorithm. Amy says, hi, lurkers. And Aaron says, it's supposed to say, Amanda wieldeth the Mjolnir, the banhammer. How art thou? Jacob the Untethered, how art thou? Snuck one in there on me. I almost thought you knew something. And yes, he has on the shirt. Thank you, Aaron. Yes. Were you responsible for the shirt? It's a good one. I don't know who gave it to me, but I know I like it. And the reason I don't know who gave it to me is because I got shirts from like 4 different places. I know who gave me shirts. I just don't know which one came from who. That's what I'm saying.
I think that one was involved in the discussion, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was that one and the other one.
Right on. Kevin says, hello, everyone. I can't stay long tonight. Snow removal night. I hear you, brother. Get that money. Go do that job. You ain't going to hurt my feelings. I understand you got to work. But I love you and thank you for dropping by. And please be safe out there. It's dangerous on them wet, cold, icy roads. Amber says, Fab would be the one to teach me how to get a gold star. All you got to do is show up first. It's that easy. You can have a gold star if you'd like one. Just be here first. Amy says, what's the shirt say? It says, in order to insult me, I must first value your opinion. Nice try, though. Judy says, awesome shirt. Thank you very much. And thank you, Aaron. And thank you, Banhammer. I appreciate it. I love it. I shall wear it with pride and honor. Amy says, oh, never mind. He showed us. Nice shirt. Thank you. Debbie, hello, darling. She says, welcome to the Void Week, everyone.
Yeah.
The in-between, the vacuum between Christmas and New Year.
Mm-hmm. The last week before the new year.
Mm-hmm. I do understand that statement. Believe me, my tummy feels kind of voidy right now. A lot of eating. I've eaten more this week than I have this year. And Judy says, no toys for me, Jake. Oh, I'm sorry, Judy. If I'd have known that, I would have sent you something. Well, I love you and Merry Christmas anyway. I'm sorry you didn't get anything. Now I feel bad. Here I am showing off my gifts, and there you are without any. Would you like the shirt? Amber says snow removal. Yeah, that's what he does for a living. He drives a big old truck that removes snow from the road. He's responsible for saving lives. He's a real hero. Like of the shining armor variety. He don't sit and yap on YouTube for a living. He goes out and does things that save people. Amanda says,
I don't know my chat jump.
8:36.
Debbie, hamburger helper hand.
Yay. Maureen Flood says, Merry Christmas, friends. Hello, Maureen. Nice to see you.
Hi, Maureen.
Did you have a very good Christmas? Amy says, hey, Maureen. Judy says, hey, Maureen. And hey, Debbie. And Maureen says, hey, Amy and Judy. Amanda says,
Oh, hamburger helper hand, Maureen. Christmas tree. Merry Christmas.
follow along now. Maureen says, hi, Jake and Amanda. Hi, Maureen. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year coming up. Amber says, Maureen, heart and smiley face. Happy Friday, beautiful. Friday. What a day. It's Friday. Gonna slay. It's Friday. Gonna lay my head down and sleep till Saturday. What a day. Anyway, Debbie says, I missed what the shirt said. It says, in order for you to insult me, I must first value your opinion. Nice try, though. Maureen says, hi, Amber. And Kevin says, Amber, I operate a machine for a private company that does snow removal. Aaron says, rewind. Rewind. Be kind, rewind. We aim to please. All that we ask is that you aim to please. I read that in a bathroom somewhere. Maureen says, hi, Kevin. Kevin says, hello, Maureen. Amber says, yikes, Kevin. Heart. Amy says, Dorito hands. Mabel says, if anyone sent Vic a Merry Christmas, we have not heard from him for a few days, so please know he will respond when he is able. I'm sure he will. And I'm sure he's okay. He's probably just in the thick of things. How are you guys holding up? And Judy says, in order to insult me, I must value your opinion, Debbie. Amber says, Hannah and Mabel are here. Hey, ladies. Unicorn, heart, and smiley face. Yeah, they're here. They're right there. If they were a snake, they would have bit you. Aaron says, hi to almost everyone. Almost? Who are you not saying hi to? Amanda says,
In order to insult me, I must first value your opinion. Nice try, though.
Yes.
It's a shirt says.
yes, yes. And Mabel says, hello, Amber. And Hannah says, hi, Unicorn. Hi, Hannah. Amy says, I hear cinnamon rolls calling me from the kitchen. Yeah, I know. I'm surrounded by sweets right now. I got snickerdoodles and chocolate chip cookies and honey buns and snack bars and just
White chocolate
pumpkin pie,
white chocolate brittle.
white chocolate brittle, all kinds of things around me. I'm gonna like die of diabetes just thinking about it. Amy says, that's my stripper name, Cinnamon Roll. Nice. John from across the pond. What's up, brother? He says, evening all. Hey, buddy. Nice to see you, my friend. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas.
Hi, Nugget.
Sorry. Debbie says, thanks, Judy and Amanda. Amber says, dancing girl and unicorn. Amy says, hey, John Nugget. Nice of you to stay up late and join us.
He just got up early.
Mm-hmm. I think he's up early. I think it's like the AM for him.
Yeah, it's AM for him.
Judy says, hey, Nugget.
How's your mom doing, Nugget?
Yes, how is your mom? How are
Did
you?
y'all have a good Christmas?
Kevin says, hamburger helper hand, John. Amber says, Nugget, smiley face, heart, and prayers. Maureen Flood says, I'm listening while trying to clean. There's a lot of that going on after the get together, ain't there?
She's probably trying to clean glitter. Oh, that's Maureen. Oh, never mind.
Aaron says, pew, pew, pew. Debbie says, be good, you two kids, or I will make you hug it out. Who are we talking about?
Us.
Oh. That ain't nothing. Amber says, why is everything about you? Because you're fabulous. I am fabulous. So is Amanda. Kevin says, Miss Mabel and Hannah, help her hand.
LOL, Debbie.
Mabel says, ciao, Kevin. And Aaron says, who's hugging? Right? Judy says, you're welcome, Debbie. And Amy says, hi, Debbie. I didn't see you come in. Aaron says, I slept it away peacefully. I hear you, man. I did not. But we got a rocking chair put together and had a nice, lovely dinner and hung out. Nice. Amy says, I slept most of today. I have pneumonia. I'm sorry, do you still feel bad? Did that rest help you at all? Make you feel any better at all? Aaron says, Debbie's hiding. She's in there. Aaron says, Kevin escaped.
8:45.
Thank you. Debbie says, I snuck in, Amy, to put the whoopee cushion in your chair. It's a big whoopee cushion. Mabel says, we are okay. Thank you, Jake. Just taking it day by day. I understand that. I know how that is. Well, we're praying for you, and we're here if you need us. Amy says, all the pork and beans in the crock pot? I didn't even notice, Debbie. Damn it, man. Amy says, beans, beans, the miracle fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. Aaron says, did they call it a whoopee cushion because it gets you spanked? I don't think so. I think they call it a whoopee cushion because back in the day, comedy was referred to as making whoopee, and then it got co-opted into having sex, which is inherently comical, so that's why that happened. And now it means something else. But in the old days, it was called a whoopee cushion because they would make whoopee with it. Debbie says, ha ha ha, Amy. And also, you might get spanked if you do that on an adult and embarrass them. Amber says, oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh. What? What happened?
She's laughing too hard.
John says, sounds like Shakespeare. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Linda Davis is in the house. Hi, Linda. She says, hi, all. Did you have a very, very Merry Christmas, Linda? Did Santa Claus bring you lots of toys?
Hi, Linda.
Amy says, hey, Cookie. Kissy face.
Linda Hamburger Helper Hand.
Amber says, good evening, Linda. Aaron says, hee. Amy says, Shakespeare or Monty Python? Good. Mabel says, Hannah says, you need a drum kit. You need a drum kit sound for one-liners. Yes, I do. I suggest that you get Amanda a set of drums. She can use my drums. I got a soundboard around here somewhere, but it's aggravating and it doesn't work properly. Like it has a delay. So it just never worked out. But I do have drum sounds and all of that stuff. I just don't ever use it. But it's not a bad idea. Amy says, 'tis but a flesh wound.
I think there's a thing you can download, and I could just hit the button and play it every time.
There is. I have it. It's called something that starts with an L board. Lion board or Leonard board or something like that. I have one anyway. It just never
Thought about it.
It never worked right for me when I needed it. So, and plus you have to think about those things in advance. Me being the only person here, it's kind of hard to consider what needs a sound effect. But I can set you up with some producer role and get you pushing buttons.
I'm capable.
I know. Judy says, the more you toot, the better you feel. That depends. You can toot too much, and then you sharted, and then you have to go clean up. That don't make you feel very good.
Jake gets the walking farts. It's funny.
Amanda says,
LOL, he's got drums in the band room.
yeah, I got to bring my whole drum kit out and make it go.
No. We don't have room for it in the house.
Debbie says, I'm wondering why Aaron is rationing his highs. Did I get a high? Or am I the only one? Or am I the one in trouble? I don't know. That's a new thing to me. I don't know what almost everyone meant, so I'm not sure who that was pointed at. But I believe he did say hello. Mabel says, Amanda, well then, what are you waiting for? And Judy says, hey, Linda. Amy says, you get a gold star, and you get a gold star, and you get a gold star. Oprah Winfrey. Yep. Only she gave away cars. I'm not that rich. Kevin says, hamburger helper hand, Linda. And Judy says, oh, thanks, Jake. I got stuff, just no toys. I hear you. I hear you. Aaron says, Debbie, I'm rationing them for money. That's right. Mabel says, Aaron, Hannah has a question for you, but it is a bit, I don't know. I think you won't mind the but, ...
This is cute right here. This is good.
Amy says, I got my adult children's socks for Christmas. They liked it. And that's when you know you're an adult. Socks for Christmas. Well, let me tell you something. That is a very special gift because most of us don't buy socks. Men, especially. And so when we get to Christmas, we're actually low-key hoping somebody got us some socks because we need them. We just didn't think to go get any this year. So Socks are a great gift, actually. And for those of you that wear underwear, underwear is a great gift. Aaron says, Amber says, LOLOL, LOLOL, LOLOLOL. Right on. Aaron says, a lot of high and high with a S. Missed me. I have been sneaking in the dark, not smiling. And Maureen says, I had a nice, quiet Christmas. That's lovely. Is that what you wanted? A nice, quiet Christmas? Because if so, that's great. And Aaron says, hi, or how,
Or wait.
or wait,
Stop.
or
Hold
stop
up.
in the stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Amy says, squirrel. Well, I went on Google this afternoon and looked up the definition of ADHD, and it turns out I'm addicted to porn. I got distracted. You get the joke?
Dirty old man.
Debbie says, how much you charge for a high, Aaron? Aaron says, rabbit. Amber says, bird. Amber shrugs. Yeah, they're playing word association.
Uh-huh.
And you hear a word and then say the first thing that comes to mind. House. Aaron says, one high from the no high, Debbie. One high from the no high, Debbie. Debbie says, hi, Aaron. Mabel says, Hannah asks Aaron, why do black people all wear white and drive white cars? And I said, I do not have the answer, and she insisted on asking.
She's got a point, though, Aaron. She ain't wrong. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a white guy go to a car lot and be like, man, I want a white car.
I would say probably because it makes the melanin pop. That would be my guess.
It looks good on him.
Like I wear burnt orange and it makes me look dazzling, or I wear charcoal and it makes me look dour. I imagine for black people, white makes them look exciting. Because, like, gold. Shiny.
It pops.
That's my guess. Aaron?
His answer is in there somewhere. A couple of them, I think.
Amy says, raccoon. Aaron says, Mabel, it's so they can find us at night if we get hurt. I've been bested. Amy says, ha ha ha, Aaron. That was funny. Linda's smiling. Smiley, smiley, smiley. Judy says, LOL, Aaron. Mabel says, smiley, smiley, smiley. She goes, If she had a beard, she'd stroke it.
Right?
Aaron says, next time you think you see high beams, it's just us with the white shirt. Amber says, Jake, I have insulin if you do go into diabetic shock. Thank you. I may need it with all the sweets around here. My teeth are sweating and I don't know why. Judy says, LOL. Debbie says, I need a stripper name. Debbie Cakes, says Aaron. Debbie Cakes. I'm partial to candy myself. Amber says, Debbie. Keyholder Needles. Keyholder Needles? KHH? Keyholder Needles.
Keyholder Heels.
Keyholder Heels. Ah. Keyholder Heels. would say hoop earring heels.
Debbie's not blonde.
Mabel says, Dancing Debbie. Aaron says, throws the pole and waits. Hang on.
8:59.
Thank you. Amber says, longer name, so initial chant can be, oh dear. Initial chant. I got what you're saying. John says, Mom had a great time with all the family around her. Lots of love for her. And thanks, everyone. It's 2 a.m. here. And worked all Christmas, too. Dang. I'm sorry you worked on Christmas, buddy, but we were thinking about you. We had our backup John came in last night. But it was no substitute. We missed you.
Yes, we miss you. I'm glad she had a good time. Give her lots of love.
That's right. Amber says, oh my gosh. Linda says, Aaron, I made some more bread last night, but you never showed up. Boo-hoo.
Oh, guilt trip.
Judy says, that's nice of you to come and see us, Nugget. I hope your mom is better.
That's great, Nugget, and I'll get some rest.
Absolutely. Aaron says, well, Linda, what kind was it? And Linda says, sourdough, Aaron. Good stuff. I'm overcome with tiredness, so if it looks like my eyes are about to close, they are. Just so you know. Amber says, hugs, Nugget, and thank you for letting us know you're safe. Amen. Smiley face and heart and prayers. Aaron says, is that good? Sourdough? It's acquired. It's good to some people, really love it. I don't care for sourdough bread, but some people love it. I don't care for pumpernickel either, but some people go nuts over that stuff. So you might love it. I don't know. You ever had a Reuben sandwich? That comes on sourdough bread.
He's in Florida. Of course, he's probably had a Reuben.
That would be
and
my
he's
guess.
South Florida.
Judy says it is awesome, Aaron.
Yeah, I was trying to think of to tell him what it tastes like. I didn't think of a Reuben though. Good one.
Yep. It's all up here somewhere. Linda says it was yummy, Aaron. Aaron says I never had it. Have you ever had a Reuben? Amy says, did you use a sourdough baby, Linda? What is a sourdough baby?
I don't know.
And Mabel says, I thought it was a whoopee cushion because it mimics the bullshit that comes out of Whoopi Goldberg's mouth.
Damn it, Mabel.
Thanks. Good night.
She ain't wrong.
You ain't wrong. That's about what she sounds like, too. And Judy says, LOL, Mabel. Aaron says, eat a bean and it will lean. Right on. Amy says, skunk. I hope. It's either a skunk or a sick question mark. I'm not sure which.
Skunk.
Aaron says, thus the spanking. Jake missed the PG-13 joke. I guess I did. I'm sorry. And Amy says, skunk. See, she knew I wouldn't be able to see it and know what it was. Linda says, I have a bed full of granddaughters and dogs. Oh, my goodness.
Nice.
So what you're saying is you're not getting any sleep tonight. You're going to be kicked all over the place.
She's not getting any bed either.
Aaron says, stink bug. And Aaron says, then you were good, Linda. Yep. Amber says, doobie time. There you go. Little doobie time. Amy says, stink bug. It's actually a scarab beetle, but who's counting? Kind of looks like a stink bug. Scary. Aaron says, New Year, this tooth gets out this stupid mouth. I feel you. I got some new teeth coming. I'm going to have a pretty smile in a week or two. Yeah, buddy. It's about time, too. I've been chewing on these for 20 years. It's time for some new ones. Amy says, that's good, Aaron. I know you're in pain. We need to get down there with a pocket knife and a screwdriver and get that thing out of there. What happens to people that can't fart? They explode. You ever heard of spontaneous combustion? That's what happens when you have a buildup of carbon dioxide that can't be expelled. You just burst into flames. The only thing that'll be left is your feet. And burn everything else up. Believe it or not. Aaron says, what? I read that one. Judy says, they blow up. See? I told you. Confirmed. Myth confirmed. Aaron says, maybe. I got to look it up. Actually, you just have a lot of pain, and then eventually the gas dissipates because gas does that. It'll find a way out. It'll either go down or up. But it's coming out. And John says, I've been doing toxic sprout farts. Doing toxic sprout farts. What is a toxic sprout fart? I hate to ask, but I'm curious. Is that when you fart and something grows out of your butt?
I hope not. I'm hoping it's like Brussels sprouts or something. Because I know Brussels sprouts will make you stinky butt.
I guess. I mean, my shit don't stink, so. But literally. Debbie says, Aaron, that is where shitty ideas come from. The trapped fart moves up the spine to the brain and released through the mouth as a shitty idea. Gross and true. I mean, have you watched The View? And Judy says, LOL. Amy says, underwear for Christmas, but don't get the tags mixed up and accidentally give your daughter boxers with ball holders and thongs to your son. Yeah, that would be funny. That might be worth doing on purpose. Just to see what they do. Aaron says, that's why some people are full of shit. Right. Held farts. Or spent too much time smelling their own farts. I know people like that too. Amy says Brussels sprouts farts. Nugget, smiley face. Like cabbage farts. Yeah, I'd say cabbage would do it. Cabbage smells like a fart to start with. When you start cooking it, the whole house smells like a fart. I hate cooking cabbage. I love eating it, but I hate cooking. It takes forever for that smell to go away. John says, Amy, don't know which one's worse. I don't know which one's worse. Cabbage farts or sprout farts? I'd say they're both probably pretty bad. And Debbie says nothing beats pregnancy farts. If you know, you know. Trust me, I know.
LOL, Debbie.
That is a fact. And they don't prepare you for that either. I don't recall a doctor ever telling me that was going to happen. But it happens. When birth happens, so do other things.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure you're putting down there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, don't get me wrong. I took it like a man, but I was not ready for that. John says, is 2 nights in a row a streak? Yes. That's a streak by any metric. 2 nights in a row. If you do 3 nights in a row, that's a hat trick. If you do 4 nights in a row, you get a set of steak knives. It's true. Ask Bob Barker. I can't talk. My words are slurring.
Uh-oh.
John says, Debbie, couldn't tell you never been pregnant.
Nugget says he couldn't tell you never been pregnant.
And I read that.
Yeah.
Judy says, hey, John. Linda says, yay, Mr. P is back again. Hi, John. That one's John Nugget. John up there, the 2 streaks. Yep, you're right. Sorry, I got them confused. Hey, John and Jake. Hey, John. Merry Christmas. John, have you met John? John. John and John
from across the pond.
John
and John from across the pond.
Mm-hmm. John here and John there. John everywhere, John. Debbie says, ha, trust me, John, they are worse. He says, hi, Mr. P. Amanda.
Well, Amy pointed it out that that was a typo. It says me P hamburger helper hand, but it was supposed to say hi or Mr. P hamburger helper hand.
Me P and my TP. Yep, Indians don't drink tea because if they did, late at night they would drown in their teepee. Mr. P says, hiya all. John, back up, John. Nice to see you. Amy says, LOL, funny typo, Amanda. Mabel says, there is only one nugget. There's a nugget and there's a Mr. P, and I'm going to have to refer to them both as those names because if I don't, my brain will crash. And then I'll have to reboot, and that's a long process. And John says, I'm a good backup. Well, you're the original. He's a backup. Unless I'm talking to him, and then I'll tell him he's the original and you're the backup. It's a job security.
LOL, oops.
You were the original, and then you stepped away, and he filled in the void.
Welcome to the void.
And now you're back, and there's drama ensuing, but good drama. You know I love you. Amanda says,
LOL, oops.
Yep.
That's my face, Mr. P, hamburger helper hand.
You got it. John says, smiley, smiley. Mr. P says, smiley, smiley, and heart. Kevin says, I got to get ready to go. Good night, everybody. Kevin, good night, brother. Please be safe out there.
Night, Kevin.
Gonna find me a boss man. One gonna treat me right. Work me hard in the daytime. Rest easy at night, big boss man. Can't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big. You just tall, that's all. Aaron says, John, I worked both days. Christmas and Christmas Eve. I hear you, buddy. Me too. I've been working nonstop this entire week. I haven't had a second to myself yet. Amy says, night, pop, pop. Be safe out there. Mabel says, oof. I have to go help Madison, and she got her car stuck on the way here. Be back soonish. Well, please be careful out there, Mabel. We love you, and take care of Madison. She was asking about you the other day. Worried about you. And Judy says, bye, Kevin. Amy says, take a toe chain, Mabel, and be careful. A toe chain or a strap.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna put a chain on her Range Rover, Land Rover, whatever it is. I'm sure she'll put a strap on it though. Of course, I think that's got hooks on it.
Mm-hmm. Might even have a winch. If you live out in the snow, you probably have that.
Yeah, maybe.
Amber says, Mabel, please be safe. Prayers. Smiley faces. Judy says, bye. Bye, Mabel. Be safe. Linda says, be safe, Kevin. And be careful. Oh, that Amanda says that.
Be careful, Mabel.
Judy says, be safe, Kevin. Aaron says, nope, nasty. What's nasty? What are we talking about?
I'm not sure.
I'm not either. And Amanda says,
not Kevin.
Amber says, stay safe out there, Kevin. Prayers and smiley faces. Your job seems dangerous. Like I said, real hero. Amy says, a sourdough baby. That's what it's nasty. The Reuben sandwich. Got it. Amy says, a sourdough baby is a start. It can be split and it can rise to make a loaf of bread. Are you talking about yeast? Is that what you're talking about? Because they carry yeast around, and some people keep it in their family for generations, this ball of yeast, and they use it to cook continuously over and over and over again. I learned about this from New York, of all places. They do it there. And apparently, a good ball of yeast can last an entire lifetime if you use it right. Just keep reusing it. And yeast your bread. Is that what you're talking about? Mabel says, I have never had to tow anyone, and Vic has taught me how, so we will see if I remember. May my Range Rover be mighty enough. Well, just be sure that you connect the thing to something under the body of the car. Do not connect it to the tie rods or the axles, or you will be in trouble. I think your Range Rover probably has a bar in the back that's made for attaching things like a ball. That would be a good thing to attach it to. Or something that's sturdy, something that's attached to the frame.
I think her Range Rover's got a hook on the bumper.
Probably. It's probably made for that very thing.
Yeah.
But I know some people will get up under there and wrap it around the tie rods thinking they're wrapping it around the frame, and then you pull your wheel off.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen, so just be careful not to do that. Aaron says, Reuben, yuck. Got it. I figured it out. It is kind of gross. I mean, some people really like that. I don't care for sauerkraut. At all.
I don't like sauerkraut.
It's actually cabbage. Judy says, good luck. Good luck. God be with you. I'll say a prayer for you. Father, please watch over Mabel as she goes on her journey and get them both out of trouble. Thank you, Father, in Jesus' precious name. Amen, amen, and amen. Mabel says she's only just down the road, so it won't take long, hopefully, and thank you, everyone. We're rooting for you. I have no doubts that you can handle it. Amanda?
You got this, Mabel. Just make sure you hook it to the right spots.
That's right. Amber says, Mabel, please let us know you're safe. Smiley face and prayers. She said she'd be back if she could. And Linda says, right, Amanda. I've got about 6 inches. So do I.
What?
Yep, just kidding.
Yeah, that's when you know it's gonna be rough.
Amanda says, find a good anchor point and you'll rip off the bumper.
Amy said that.
Amy said, what did I say?
Amanda.
Sorry. I told you, my brain is crashing. Aaron says, whoopee, one funny looking woman, and now she got like 3 dreads left. Yeah. You'd think with all the money she made, she could get some extra ones, huh? Or at least have those cleaned up a little. They look kind of rough. Aaron says, here comes the fever in the mouth again. That's not good, buddy. Mr. P says, nothing worse than a toothache. Yeah, he's been suffering with it for a while, too.
He's already got medicine for it at least once or twice.
Yeah. I hope you can get that thing pulled out, man. I know it's crazy expensive, but please take care of yourself.
Tie some floss around your tooth and go out there and tie it some more to the door of your car and slam the door.
I don't think floss will do it, but string will.
Something.
Some good old nylon string will. But I will tell you from personal experience that I decided to pull a tooth out once on my own. It is not as easy as it looks, and it is very painful. Of course, the one I was pulling out was attached to my jaw, and I did not know that at the time. It did not come out, and I gave it hell. I think I probably fractured my jaw doing it, but I had to go get it cut out. But from what I understand, it was fused to my jawbone because it had grew in sideways and just stayed there under the skin and became part of the jaw, and then finally it started peeking out. That wasn't a good day. I've never had a headache quite like that before. Amy says, 6 inches of snow, Linda.
Damn, Linda.
Mr. P says, Brussels sprouts, LOL. Brussels sprout farts. Yep. Yeah. I don't even care for Brussels sprouts that much. I like them with cheese, but I don't really like them, you know.
Monkey balls.
If I never ate a Brussels sprout ever again, that would be all right. It's not something I want, but if they're there, I'll eat them. It's weird. Definitely not worth the Brussels sprout farts, though.
Well, you ain't got to never worry about me putting them there for you, so.
Linda says, 6 inches of king-size bed, Amy, between the girls and the dogs. Good gracious. Aaron says, Amanda, get Jake a grill, LOL.
No way.
Are you talking about my teeth?
Yes.
Yeah. Diamonds. Or, like, Mercedes-Benz symbols.
He's got you going on down there in the chat.
Nugget says, Brussels sprout farts. Yeah.
LOL. No way, Aaron.
The Johns think a lot alike. Aaron says, it has to be shaped. Uh-oh, chat jumped. Hang on.
921.
Chat jump, chat jump. What do you do when your chat jumps? It has to be shaped. Jake with diamonds. Right on. I'd do it. I'd wear them. I'd get some of those cornrows and have my grill in.
That's why I said, oh, no way, Aaron, because he would wear them.
Get a tattoo on my face. It'd have to be like hinted where I could peel it off.
I was going to say, now you're pushing it.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't mess this up. This is my thing. But I would definitely wear stick-ons. And a big untethered chain. That's right. Big gold letters about that big. UntetheredLive. I'm with you, buddy. And a white hat. And sneakers. Some kicks. What do you recommend? Like Jordan Airs? I'm old. I don't know. What's the new thing?
Can you get you some Jordans? I think you look better in Adidas than you do in Jordans.
Adidas. All day I dream about sex. Mr. P says, I agree on the cabbage. That smell as a kid made me ill. It does. Every time I walk in the house and somebody's cooking cabbage, I turn and walk right back out. Ugh. Aaron says, I'm going to do a picture of him like that. I'd like to see it. I will definitely put that on the Facebook page. Mr. P says, my good knives are falling apart. I'll take them knives. Aaron says, my mom used to cook chitlins because my dad liked them, and I never ate them, but man, the whole house feel like a week smoked like pure baby crap. Oh, I know. I lived in the deep South growing up, and it was a regular occurrence to be cooking chitlins on the weekends, and the whole town would smell like that. And it is unmistakable. It smells like the inside of somebody's stomach, if you know what that smells like. If you ever cut a deer open and smelled that smell, that's what chitlins smell like. And no matter how much they cook them, it still smells that way. And then when you eat them, you got to internally know what you're putting in your mouth. It's very difficult to eat chitlins. You got to really be tough. I've only eaten them once or twice in my life. I don't care if I ever even smell them again. For those of you that don't know what chitlins are, they are the intestines of the pig, because you don't waste anything. And they don't wash the intestines, they just cook them. You follow? It is kind of gross. Chitlins. Aaron says, then when we put the bucket in the trash afterwards, it was just awful. Oh, yeah. Just awful all the way through. There's nothing pleasant about that meal. And I'm as Southern as they get, but I draw the line at chitlins. That's a step too far for old Jake. Mr. P says, I remember John. And Nugget says, I remember John from months ago. John was here first, called me Nugget. Confused. Did John give you that name? I thought Amy gave you that name.
No, I thought that Nugget's wife or somebody gave him that name. Because she changed his name. Somebody changed his name or something one time. And it was John Chicken Nugget, or Chicken Nugget John or something like that.
I'm pretty sure that was Amy.
Okay, well, I think it was somebody in his family changed his name.
Either way, I'm glad you guys know each other. I couldn't remember when each of you came in. I just remember that Mr. P was here a little longer because John was a newer addition. Aaron says, the pregnant poop happened to me too, Jake. Jake and I was down there about to hold the baby, so I got full on sprayed, and I'm talking like when a cow wags his tail, and I was wearing it, and I got it all in my mouth. Oh, no.
He says it was not a great thing.
I did not get sprayed, but I did witness it. That's good enough, but I can't imagine getting it in my mouth. Good gracious. You are tougher than me. Aaron says it was not a great thing. I bet. Mr. P says, Mr. P or Anthony? Anthony. However you like it, John. Mr. P says, I was the original. Gone for too long, and I lost the starting job. Oh, no. Did you replace that job? Are you okay? But you were gone too long. We missed you. And I was worried sick about you because when you stopped coming, I sent out emails and I didn't get no reply. I thought something had happened. Amy says, I've never eaten chitlins. Well, keep that streak. Don't ever eat them. You don't need to.
You don't want to.
You don't want to. Aaron says, don't. If you ain't done it now, you ain't no need to start now. They're nasty. Amy says, oh, okay, Linda. I was confused. Aaron says, oh, and they're chewy. Yes. Because they're intestines. They're exactly like what you were picturing right now. Yes.
And don't, Amy. They're nasty and they stink so bad.
They do stink. What's even worse, though, is watching them prepare them. Because, as I told you, they're intestines, and they don't wash them. But they do clean them out. And the way they do it is they pinch them and then wrap their hand around them and pull them through their hand like that and squeeze all the excrement out to the end. Gross. Amanda says, bad. Amy says, I like pork rinds, not the same thing. I always thought chitlins would be similar. Thanks, Aaron.
No. Not even close.
No, they're supposed to be crunchy, but they're not. Aaron says, it's pig intestines. Right. Mr. P says, people must make chitlins differently because I've had them and they were disgusting, and I've had them and they were kind of fine. I don't know why. Maybe they washed them. That would be a reason. I've seen them cook them and they didn't wash them. They just put them in the pot and boiled them. Put them in the pot and fried them, or however they do it.
Most of the time I've seen them boiled.
Maybe it was boiled. Whatever, they put them in a big pot. But they didn't bother cleaning them. And you got to clean the inside of those things, from my perspective. So if you ate them and they weren't bad, that's probably why. They probably took time to clean them. For me, though, it's the mental thing. Doesn't matter if they prepare them or not. I know what they are. I know where they came from. And I know what was in them. And it ain't going to be in me. Amy says, and Amanda. And Amanda?
Yeah, because I said the same thing Aaron was saying right behind Aaron.
Oh.
About the chitlins.
Oh, yeah. Aaron says, not even close, Amy. Amy says, ew, bleh.
Yeah, absolutely nothing close to the same. I love pork skins too. Those are good.
I'll even eat a pork ear or a nose.
I won't do that.
I will, because at least there's something there to eat. It's crunchy, and, ears aren't that nasty. But I draw the line at pig buttholes. Can't do it. I've even eaten pig's feet before, but I'm not eating a pig butt. And Aaron says, John, I've had both too. They're nasty either way because of what they are and the cleaning. Yes. Yeah, you can't get that image out of your head if you know what they are. I mean, if you don't know, I could see how you could be tricked into enjoying them. But once you realize what they are, it's like mountain oysters. Do you know what mountain oysters are?
Yep.
Well, if you know what they are, you can't eat them if you're a dude. You just can't. It goes against everything that you are as a human being. You can't eat them. That's another male's balls. But if you don't know, they're kind of chewy. Amber says, I think it's shower time. Yes. Another girl naked while thinking about me. Aaron says, yeah, that part. Amy says, so, not sausage. No. Not like sausage casings.
No.
That's a different part of the lining of the stomach. Amber says, I've drank my coffee. It's time for a shower.
Chitlins are pig intestines.
Well, sausage lining is made from intestine too, but it's a different part of the intestine. It's the much cleaner upper part.
Yeah.
Aaron says, no, Amy, you literally have to clean the poop from the lining of the stomach before you can even cook them. I don't even think they wear gloves while they're doing that.
No, and a lot of people do it right in the other side of their sink. Ugh. Got the chitlins laying in one side of their sink and they squeeze it out in the other. then they put them in a pot and let them cook in their house all day long.
Yeah. Yeah. Gross.
Could smell that shit for miles.
Amy says sausage skin. They used to use intestines too. Yes, but it's the upper intestines, not the lower intestines.
Oh.
It's the intestines on this side of the stomach, or the colon, or wherever. Judy says, ew, Aaron. Amy says, I make sure I pass on the shit.
Yeah.
That's a big negatory, good buddy. Aaron says, ooh, to the people, not me. Amber says, smiley, smiley. Nugget says, try haggis then. I know, right? That's a sheep stomach, right? Stuffed with meat and stuff. And veg. Aaron says, yuck. And Amy says, no to haggis too. I think haggis could probably be good because it's prepared in an entirely different way. I've never had real haggis. I've had stuff that was called haggis, but it was made here in a factory. Not the same thing. Amber says, try what? Haggis? Yes, haggis. Mr. P says, I've tried haggis. It was good. Shocked the shit out of me. I think it probably could be good. I like all the stuff that goes into haggis anyway. Amber says, haggis is a sheep's stomach stuffed with veggies, Amber, boiled. I think they put meat in it too sometimes. John says, I was a cook for a while. Had to try all sorts of stuff. Oh, I know, right? That's a good thing about being a cook. All right. Judy says, oh, hell no. All right. Aaron's like, LOL, Judy. Amy's like, cow and brain too. Cow tongue and brain too. Yeah, I've had squirrel brain, but I've never had cow brain or tongue. Aaron says, and balls. That's the mountain oysters I was talking about a minute ago. Aaron says, heart and cow head. I've eaten heart. And that's surprisingly not bad. It's a little strong. It's a strong flavored meat because it's pure muscle. But it can be eaten. I don't think I want to eat a cow brain, though. That's too much like a people brain. Too big. Squirrel brain, you just hit the head with a spoon, crack the skull open, and then dip it out, and it's like peanut butter. It's got that kind of consistency to it. I forget what it tastes like. I was a little boy the last time I ate it. My granny used to eat it all the time. Nugget says, Amber, it's liver, kidney, and other organs wrapped in cow stomach and then cooked. Amber says, blech. Judy's throwing up. Amy says, Rocky Mountain oysters. Yep. Any self-respecting guy would not eat those out of respect for the male that lost them. Amber says, Nugget, you may have to share. I don't know about all that. I'd say enjoy your meal.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Nugget, you may have my share of them.
Oh, you may have my share. I thought it said to share. My chat jumped while I was reading that, so I lost it.
9:35.
Here we go. Amy says, mine too. Amber says, Amy, smiley, smiley, smiley. Judy says, mine too. I think it's a unanimous vote, fellas. I don't think anybody's eating the haggis or the chitlins. John says, Amber, I love haggis. Aaron says, it's a nerve under the gum. What is? Your toothache? I think that's what you're talking about. Mr. P says, ate these novelty chocolate-covered bugs before. Only one I wouldn't. The only one I wouldn't was a cockroach. I thought it'd be juicy, and it was. LOL, mama didn't raise no dummy. Think it through, right? Yeah, I've seen the push in recent days, like the World Health the WHO, World Health Organization, that's the one, has been pushing for eating protein from bugs. So they're trying to make all of these supplemental to meat products made out of bugs. And I just can't get behind that. I don't want to eat bugs. I don't want to eat insects. I know they're a good source of protein. And if I'm in the jungle starving to death, fine. But as long as I can eat a cow, I'm not eating bugs. I don't understand why the big push. And I certainly ain't eating no cockroaches. Yeah, I've seen Fear Factor. I know what it looks like. That's good enough. I watched Beetlejuice. Not Jake. Aaron says it's broke under. He's definitely talking about his tooth. Yep, mine has to be cut. Your tooth has to be cut out. Well, I hope you can get that fixed, man. That's terrible. I've been there, and that is not fun. And Judy says, stop, you're making me sick. I know, right? Amber says, y'all on put some MRE hot sauce on some shit. Well, I mean, hot sauce can cure a lot of what ails you. You can eat almost anything if you put enough hot sauce on it. Amy says, you'll eat the bugs and be happy about it. I know, right? You'll have nothing and you'll like it. Damn all of that. I'm an American. I'm into freedom. Who's with me? Amber says, Tabasco is kind of night. It's a Tabasco kind of night. Y'all are having, I'm good. Yeah, it is a Tabasco kind of night with the haggis and the chitlins and the mountain oysters. And John says, heck no, I wasn't happy about it. It was a challenge. Oh, I got you. You did it out of principle. I see. Yeah, I don't think I could. And Linda says, me too, Jake. Oh, you were talking about sneakers. Adidas. Got it. Sorry. Yeah. Adidas. All day I dream about shoes. Shoes?
LOL, Linda.
Aaron says, what is Judy what's making her sick? The haggis talk. The explicit detail, the mental images. The idea of sticking your tongue in a pig's butthole. Ugh. You ever smelled pig shit? That's what you're eating. Mm-mm. Yep. Klaus Schwab, the one world government guy, the New World Order guy. He is the World Economic Forum guy. which is the one I confuse the World Health Organization with all the time. Their acronyms are so similar, it throws me. But Klaus Schwab, and he stepped down recently, so he's no longer the guy. Now, I think the new guy is probably Alex Soros, which is George Soros' son. And if you know anything about evil, George Soros is pretty much the devil incarnate. Has quite a lot to do with all the riots and stuff we're having in the country. He funds all of that stuff. Mr. P says, eventually, they think it'll be a one world government. All signs point to that. Well, yeah, the Bible does too. And it will be. What they're doing, though, is they're trying to get there quicker. And I don't know if I like that. I say let us marinate as long as we possibly can before we get the end of the world happening. Judy says, all this gross food talk, Aaron. Aaron says, LOL, he's got to do that to be funny. Talking about me. Yeah, I am playing it up a little bit. Like a fake one. Right. You know me so well. Hey, I'm reaching more people on Facebook. Yay. They had to tell me that. John says, wasn't me who came up with Nugget, but I recall the event. Right on. That's right. Amy says it was when he was sick and could only eat chicken nuggets. That's when he got the name Nugget. I thought it was you that gave him the name. Aaron says, I'm sorry, Judy. Linda says, John ate a shit ton of nuggets, so Amy gave him that name. It was the night we were trying to figure out how much he weighed. Right on. And John says, Nugget says, it was Amy called me Nugget instead of calling me John. Call me Nugget, please. Right on. Mr. P says, I meant starting a job here. Cool.
9:42.
Yep. I guess I'd ask you if you had gotten a new job since you lost the last one. And I guess that's what you're replying to. I'm not exactly sure,
Yeah.
Mr. P.
Yeah, he said something about losing his management job or something.
Right.
You asked him if he got a new one.
And Judy says, just kidding, Aaron. Don't be sorry. Mr. P says, damn, Linda's good memory. And yes, I remember John said he could eat nuggets every day or something like that. Aaron says, thank you. Amy says, ew, the visuals make it worse. That's why I added them. Aaron says, ha. And Judy says, exactly, Jake, me either. Nugget says, Linda, you are correct. Mr. P says, I didn't eat no buckets of chitlins or nothing. I just tried it. Right on. Yeah, I didn't eat a lot of it either when I tried it. Just basically just a taste of it, but that was enough. That seared into my brain. Do not put that in your mouth. So I've lived with that ever since.
I don't know how you got past the smell.
I didn't. It was gross. But when you're polite and you're around people that say, taste it, you'll love it. You kind of got to try it. Mr. P says, balls. Nope. Right. Yep, that's a big negative on the balls. I'm not eating balls. Or penises. I'm not eating any penises either. even if they're delicious. No, I can live without it. Amy says pickled pig's feet. Yeah, I've eaten pickled pig's feet. Judy says LOL. Nugget says in Britain, pig's feet are called trotters. That's interesting.
Want some pickled trotters? What'd you have for dinner?
That would be trotters. Would you like a trotter? Have some troubles with that trotter?
Trottle me on down.
Amy says, salty. Debbie says, oh, yummy. Who else is getting hungry? I guess you're responding to the big balls, huh? Aaron says, more like cherry and sour and dookie. Ugh.
More like chewy, sour, and dookie.
Chewy, sour, and dookie.
They taste like a diaper smell.
They taste like a diaper smells. Yeah,
Ugh.
they do. Mr. P says, yeah, if I had to make them, I probably wouldn't be able to take a bite. I've always been good at out of sight, out of mind. It makes me able to toughen up when time comes to try something. I know what you're saying there, buddy. Yeah, you could put a lot out of your mind if you ain't looking at it. But the minute you get focused on it, you're like, oh, I'm out. There's Mabel. She says, we made it. Excellent. She says, I feel powerful. You are powerful.
Go, girl.
You are powerful, and don't you ever forget that. Powerful, strong, and capable. I got to go to bed. I'm just about to fall over.
You're about to the bottom.
I know. I'm going to get to the bottom, and then I'm going to bed. John says, that would be Nugget says, I said cow's stomach lining, and I was wrong. Jake is right. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. P says, my cousin Zeus used to eat raw deer meat, and we were going to turn into jerky. Some bitch could eat anything, iron stomach. He's lucky he didn't get trichinosis or something. Because wild game has parasites, especially at certain times of year. But I had a cousin like that. It was all about hunting. I mean, his whole life is hunting. And I've seen him cut the heart out of a pig and eat it, you know, while it was still raw, freshly cut out of the corpse. No, not me. And Mr. P says, crazy son of a gun. He sounds like it. Sounds like my kind of guy. That guy can eat anything. And Mr. P says, no, Aaron says, good job, IMM. Good job, Mabel. Proud of you. When you put your mind to it, you can do anything. Anybody notice that Jake is interchanging the A names, Amanda, Amber, Amy? He just inserts whichever one.
He does.
Says Amanda.
Says Amy.
I was teasing. Sorry, I'm falling asleep over here.
Come on, you got about a dozen more to read.
I know. I got it. I can handle it. I'm tough. Nobody will ever tell you I don't work for my money, though. If I can figure out where I'm at.
Nugget. Mine just jumped too. I want to say 9:58, but I'm not 100%.
Nope, it's higher up. I'm at 9:51 and I still don't recognize it. Hang on.
Hold on, I'm almost there.
I got it. We're at 9:51. Nugget says, I've eaten bull's testicles before. Did you feel like running around a cow pasture? Mr. P says it was cured in salt, the jerky meat. right? But raw is raw. I don't think I could do it. Amy says, good job, Mabel. Mabel says, thanks, Aaron and Amy. Aaron says, LOL, balls, jerky meat. Damn. Yeah, the jerky meat is the shaft. The balls are the appetizers. So I've heard. I don't know. Amanda?
I mean, it depends. Depends on what mood you're in, I guess.
I guess. Judy says, did you get her out, Mabel? I think she did. Hence the strong feeling, sense of accomplishment, power surging through her veins, testosterone's peaking. I think she's growing a mustache as we speak.
Getting a little bit of hair on her chest.
Amy says, oh dear.
Way to go, Mabel. Did you rescue Madison?
Is Madison with you? And if so, tell her we said hello. And tell her that we heard from Mabel. And she's good. Mabel says, yes, it was quite easy. And I thought it would be more difficult. I knew you had it in you.
Yep.
And Judy says, I'd eat grass first. Yeah, I'm with you.
I told you you had it. You go, girl.
Aaron says, thanks my mouth for slowing down on the pain. Well, I hope it gets to feeling a little better, man. I know that toothache pain ain't nothing to joke about. That might be the worst pain in the world. And yes, I'm including childbirth.
Nope.
I don't know. Have you ever had that kind of toothache?
Yeah.
I have. Have you ever had a ball peen hammer in your hand, swinging it at your face when your mother grabbed it out of your hand? I have.
I've had a pair of pliers.
Judy says, yay, Mabel. Amy says the WEF is the World Economic Forum and the
NWO.
WHO is the World Health Organization.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get those two confused. I know what the difference is. I just can't say it.
His tongue gets in the way of his eye teeth and he couldn't see what he was saying.
Right. Judy says, sorry you're in pain, Aaron. Mabel says she was driving and got a bit close to the edge and got stuck in the ditch. It is very difficult to see where the road is with all the snow.
Got
I know.
Sucked into the ditch. Sucked her right on in there, huh?
Yep. That's terrible. I've been in that situation before where you couldn't see the road. And if I didn't know the area so well, I would have ran off the road. But because I drive it every day, I kind of knew where I was going. But it is kind of scary when you can't see the edges of the road. And it's very easy to get off of it. Aaron says, it's okay. It is God's gift to know I'm still alive. That's a good way to look at it. Also sucks. Amy says, and we've come full circle. Back to cow farts. And Aaron says, thank you, Judy, for your concern. Mr. P says, I'm an American, even with all those goofy libtards mucking up the air. Well, we have some good news there, Mr. P. We're winning the culture war. Those libtards are slowly but surely backing up. Because they've overstepped by a long way. In a lot of ways, I think the Charlie Kirk thing was the straw that broke the camel's back. People just ain't putting up with that anymore. And Judy says, you're welcome, Aaron. And Mabel says, thank you, Amanda. Hannah was cheering me on. It was cute. Bet it was. What it is. What's up, buddy? He says, anything tastes good with ketchup on it. Nope. Chitlins is a no-no. Even with ketchup. Even with hot sauce. Amy says, Mabel, she got sucked into the ditch. Not the good kind of sucking in a ditch.
Damn.
Yeah, not the good kind. John says, smiley, smiley. Mr. P does. Amy says, hey, what it is?
That's right, Mabel. Good job, Hannah.
Mabel says, some people would sign your death certificate if you put ketchup on food in Italy.
Right.
I heard that a few times. But I like what I like. So, and I'm the one that has to eat it. Judy says, hey, what it is? And what it is says, Jake said pigs, good. Or, good. Pig shit, good. Bad. Amanda?
What it is, hamburger helper hand.
Aaron says, hot dogs in Chicago is the same. Yeah, I understand. Amy says Ronald Reagan declared ketchup a vegetable, so school lunch would be considered nutritional. That sounds like something Ronald Reagan would do. That guy told a joke every time before he spoke. He was actually quite a funny president. Mr. P says, because if you think about it, it gets worse for humanity. It'll reach a point where we come together in the interest of humanity's survival. I agree. Unfortunately, it has to get really bad before that happens, but it will happen. Because ultimately, people want to survive. What it is says, hello, Judy, Amanda, Jake, and to all in Untethered Live. Hello, what it is. Nice to see you. Did you have a very Merry Christmas? Did Santa bring you lots of toys? Amber says, I'm back. Showered and clean. Fresh cup of coffee in hand. Hamburger helper hand. Maureen says, love y'all, but I need to go to bed. I overdid it a bit on the cleanup. LOL. Tomorrow is another day. Yes, it is, Maureen, and I'll be right here Saturday night for Politics. Have a good night. Sleep well, and I'll see you then. Maureen says, stay safe. You as well, Maureen. Thank you for being here. Amanda says, good night, Maureen. Amber says, good night, Maureen. Amy says, good night, Maureen. Thanks for stopping by. Judy says, good night, Maureen. Take care. Aaron says, hugs, Flood. Amber says, my blood sugar is 348. 348. Have you been at my house eating cookies? Aaron says, LOL, Wilbur has left the chat. Charlotte's Web. I loved that story when I was a kid. Maureen says, good night, Amanda, Amy, Amber, and Aaron. I see how it is. Amy says, Amber, take some insulin. Mr. P says, I don't got that job anymore. I moved on to something where I don't got to live there. Good stuff, same pay. I was saying that I lost the starting job to the other John being gone so long. Jeez. Well, you know I got to get it straight in my head because I get all confused sometimes. Thank you for clarifying. Nonetheless, I'm glad you're doing good. And I'm glad you're back. Now we just get your J-Tag back and get you back into J-Team. Nugget says, I'm going to say goodnight. Starting to work early on a gridding machine today. Much love and bless you all. What is a gridding machine? And enjoy your day at work. And God bless you, my friend. Thank you for being here. And Amanda says, good night, Nugget. Amber says, I'm awake and on Messenger. All right. Amy says, night, Nugget. Love you. Amber says, hugs, Mrs. Hammer. And Jake, hugs back at you, Amber. Are you leaving us now? Amber says, roll call style. Good night to everyone else. Good night, Amber. We love you. Amy says, I'm falling asleep too. I'm exhausted and I slept most of the day, but I'm sick. I know you are. I got you some good stuff coming. We'll see if we can't get that cleared up a little bit. Amber says, it's 7 p.m. here. Really? It's 10:17 here. And I feel like it's like 4 a.m. Amanda says, good night, Amy. And Mabel says, thank you, Jake. Thank you, Mabel. Thank you for dropping by and seeing us tonight and letting us know you're okay. I'm glad you're good. Amy says, hopefully my son will get another vehicle tomorrow and I won't have to keep taking him to and from work. Well, that would be good. Does he have any prospects or are y'all still in the looking phase? Aaron says, Harlem Globe pig's feet. And Judy says, good night, Nugget. I used to love the Globetrotters, by the way. I was a kid when they were famous. And I used to love to watch them. I saw them in person once. Sure did. They were fantastic. Judy says, good night, Nugget. And Linda says, good night, Nugget, heart. And Mr. P says, maybe if I ever get this side thing rolling, I'll build you a smokehouse, Jake. Nice. All you'd have to do is put it together. No promises. Just a nice idea right now. I hear you, buddy. I don't know what a smokehouse is unless you're talking about a place to cook beef or a place to go outside and smoke. But I thank you for the idea. I would damn sure accept it. And Mr. P says, good night, Nugget. Nugget says, Britain is lost under labor. Now they're bringing in blasphemy laws. That's ridiculous. But the Bible says it's going to happen. And we're surprised that it's happening, but it's been there for 4,000 years saying exactly how it was going to happen. So far, it's been right on point. Everything that's supposed to be occurring is. So God help us all. Nugget says, good night, everybody. Amanda says, good night, Nugget. Are you back? I guess not. Oh, no. Mr. P says, it's China and Russia using social media bots and creators to disrupt the populations of Western nations. Yeah, I know they are, but they're not the only ones. We're doing it to them, too. Bill Bennett. Merry Christmas, Bill. Bill says, hello, all. Happy Friday. I'm about ready for bed myself. Me, too. I'm just about to go out. Did you have a lovely Christmas with the family? Did Santa bring you lots of toys? Linda says, I'm going to say goodnight. Be safe, family. I love you all. Linda, I love you too, sweet lady. Thank you for being here. God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
Good night, Linda, hon.
Amy says, hi, Bill. And night, Cookie. Amy says, I'm hot-blooded, check it and see. I got a fever of 103. All you need to do in that case is turn on some AC/DC and crank it up to 11. That'll fix it. Mr. P says, I'm glad I'm back too, brother. Everybody might not have missed me, but I missed y'all. YouTube sucks. And that's who I have issues with. I hear you, but everybody here did miss you. We talked about it frequently. everybody in here at one time or another asked where you were. And I went looking for you, and I couldn't find you. I sent you messages. I don't know if you got them or not, but I did send them, and I was worried about you. So was everybody else. You are much loved here, Mr. P. Believe that. And Judy says, so come on, baby, can you do more than dance? Nugget says, it spreads salt across pavement. Gritting machine. Ah, got it. I didn't know that. Why would it spread salt across pavement? Does it snow where you are? I didn't think Britain was big on snow. Mr. P says, oh, good night, Linda. I missed that one. Mabel says, we are going to watch some movies. Good night, everybody. Good night, Mabel and Hannah. God bless you all. Thank you for dropping by. We love you, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Enjoy your movies. I'm going to watch the back of my eyelids and inspect them for holes.
Nighters all. See you tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Untethered Live for Politics.
That's
Much
right.
love, y'all.
Judy says, good night, Mabel and Hannah. Mr. P says, jerky smokehouse. Oh, yeah. That'd be cool. Etc. My uncle had 2 designs, and people ask me about them all the time. Yeah, I'd love to have that. I'd love to make some jerky. Hell yeah. I appreciate the idea. And Mr. P says, good night. Nugget says, ice for the old age people in care homes. Ah, got it. Amy says, good night, y'all. I love you true. See you tomorrow night for Politics and vertical streaming. And that's it. That's it for me. It is 10:24, and I'm calling it quits. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. God bless each and every one of you. I love you with the bottom of my heart all the way to the top of my heart. True. Do me a favor. When you go out into the world tomorrow, be nice to people. I promise it'll change your life, and you'll see why I'm on about it all the time when you do it. And until next time, thanks for watching.
Good night, everybody.